Al Horford leaving is telling me that Al Horford do not believe without Tatum they can win a championship. Welcome to the Joe Jordan Show. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm here today to talk to you about the Golden State Warriors signing Al Horford to their team. Now, how big of a deal is it? We'll see. I don't think it's a huge needle mover, but I do think it's a way up for the Warriors. It's a good pickup for the Golden State Warriors. You look at what Al Horford brings to the table. He brings leadership. I mean, he is an NBA champion. They won a championship 2 years ago with the Boston Celtics. He's been to the finals also and lost to this very Warriors team. So he's been a veteran presence for that young Boston Celtics team, and that's another leader they're bringing to the table to go to state, because without Klay Thompson, that's a leader they had through all these championships. They lose Klay Thompson, and they did get Jimmy Butler, but now getting Al Horford adds to that leadership room, and he's going to his 19th year, so he has a lot of experience in the NBA. And a lot of people see that 19th year, what kind of an impact can he make in his 19th season? Now, one thing about Al Horford, he could be the starter for the Warriors, or he could just come off the bench. He's humble to do either one. Right now, he's at the point in his career when he's all about winning, and that's what he was with Boston. You got to remember, with Boston, Porzingis was a starter in that championship run when they lost to the Warriors, and then they bring in Porzingis, and he was the backup, but then Porzingis ended up having the injury, and the year they won the championship, he started for most of those games in the playoffs. Last year alone, he started for over 60 games as a starter in his 18th year in his career. So he still is a potential starter and a potential backup in this NBA in today's game. So also, he stretches the floor out for the Warriors. The Warriors, they play a lot of all-ball stuff with Steph Curry. He don't have the ball a lot. His usage rate is not as high as the average superstar. So, and with Jimmy Butler being on the floor, not a great three-point shooter, you got Draymond Green on the floor. I'm not sure how they're going to use Draymond and Al Horford, but with Al Horford, you can stretch the floor. In the last 3 years, Al Horford has made 100 threes in each year, shooting 41%. So that's pretty good. And he's not afraid to let that three go. I think he's shooting about 5 threes a game as a starter, as a Celtic. So now, don't get me wrong, the Celtics play a different brand of basketball than the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics are more ISO. They play a lot of isolation, drive, and kick. Boston Celtics were top 4 in the NBA this past season in isolation plays. When you look at the Warriors, they were bottom 4. So the Warriors do a lot of dribble handoffs. They do a lot of all ball. So like I said, all right. So with Al Horford, he is a terrific passer. He is a great three-point shooter for a big man. And defensively, he can play down in the post, and he can switch and hold his own against a guard. He's done that plenty of times. He guarded the Embiids. He switched on the Steph Currys and held his own. So Al Horford will be a really good addition. You look at defensively, right? Last year, he had a effective field goal percentage allowed on isolations. He was 7th in the NBA last year. That's crazy for a big. Now, obviously, the opportunities wasn't a lot, but the times he was out there, he was 7th in the NBA. So Al Horford, like I said, he won't be a huge needle mover, but he will be an upgrade from what the Warriors had before. And then what this move does for the Celtics, Al Horford leaving is telling me that Al Horford do not believe without Tatum they can win a championship. So he left. Now, the spotlight will be on Jaylen Brown this year. It's funny because I live in the Boston area. You can say I live in Rhode Island. And you have fans who like Tatum, who like Brown, and you have fans who don't like Brown because of the slander Tatum gets when Brown plays good. Because I get it, because when Jaylen Brown plays well, he gets treated and praised like he's the number 1 guy on the contending team. But when he's not playing well, he gets treated like a number 2. He doesn't get criticized like a number 1, like a Tatum does whenever Tatum slips up and have a bad game. So, and I've been guilty of that in the past. So this year, the spotlight will be on Jaylen Brown heavy, because he can show people, hey, I could be a number 1 guy on the championship contending team, or he can show the world I'm just a really, really, really good 2 if I have a number 1 on the championship contending team. He will have his opportunities. He will have his spotlight. We'll see what happens. So Celtics fans, Warriors fans, how do y'all feel about this move? Al Horford leaving the Celtics, going to the Warriors. Let me know in the comment section. And that's all I have for y'all today. And I'll see y'all at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.